Welcome back to part 7 of Lounge Posting's interview. I have our last guest for the mid-season interviews. Can you introduce yourself for me, please?
Hi everyone. It's me, Ben, also known as Wallace Locomotive. Um, I'm currently on a 1-3 streak right now, and I'm a little bit sick.
Well, I hope you feel better, especially for your upcoming battles. Um, let's talk about your profile pic. What is up with your profile pic? Can you give us some details on that?
So yeah, I am really concerned that some of my Pokemon might drop a few tiers. Seeing as Tristan's Pokemon dropped a few tiers, so I'm really nervous as to see if any of mine will drop. I'm really hoping for more to rise because that would just make me a picking god. Um, yeah.
But that doesn't really explain your profile pic. How does that have to do with your hate for Michael?
Well, I can ask you the same thing. What's with your profile picture?
Well, you know what? I represent SpongeBob, you know?
You know why this is my profile picture?
Why is it?
Read my profile picture.
I hate Michael Lee. Why do you hate Michael though? I have to know why you hate him.
Well, I watched your interview with Michael and he called me out and he called me not a big threat. I don't know about that. I feel like the underdog. Okay? Like here's what I think of his team. His team was not cleverly crafted. He just saw the strongest Pokemon and took it. That's all he did. Iron Valiant, a really fast Pokemon. Garchomp, a notoriously strong Pokemon. Tinkaton got huge publicity when the game came out. He just picked the strongest Pokemon. He didn't really think about strategy at all.
So you're saying that you're a better Pokemon battler than Michael because you actually have some strategy.
I'm saying Michael Lee needs to get off his high horse and admit that just because I have Pokemon that one might not pick doesn't mean I'm not a threat.
You know,
Sunflora, I actually use my gimmick Pokemon. Pachirisu, 0 uses. I use all of my Pokemon at least once. Except for Appleton. I don't really like Appleton.
why is that? Why don't you like Appleton?
Well,
What
okay,
what
here's the thing with Appleton. Appleton is quad weak to ice, and everybody can learn it like an ice move. Other than that, Appleton can't really attack well. He's just defensive. And I could use that to my I could use that to my advantage. But it being grass type makes it weak to, poison, it makes it weak to ice, it makes it weak to flying. It's just not useful.
Yeah, I can see that. You know what? That's reasonable. But why haven't you traded it at all? Oh, it's and you. That might be why.
Yeah.
Save your trades for some OUs or UU. Uh, you know what? Let's talk Pokemon since we're on the topic. Uh, it seems like you're pretty avid Pokemon master. You know, just making some good strategies. How have you felt about the series so far?
Um, I felt really good, I as much as I could say that, you know, my first 3 battles were tough, I could have definitely beaten Eric if I just, had some more time. Kyle and Jake, those guys are just strong competitors, and I'm really glad I played them first because it makes me look like like not a threat like Michael thinks. And so with that, I'm gonna be able to come for the sucker punch and get him down, kick him while he's down.
Yeah, and move
Alex,
first.
yeah. So I'm glad I got the 3 strongest opponents out of the way. I know Michael is what, the 3-1, but that's because he got William, Josh, you, and Tristan. And Josh, I'm gonna be real with you. You aren't as scary as I thought you would be, and I'm sorry to say this, but out of everybody, um you are one of the bottom 3, just above William and Tristan.
Yeah, no, I agree. I agree on that point. I think something
And
that could be done. is my planning. I could plan a bit better, but you know what? That's just me. That's a just personal flaw.
Hey, hey, you don't get yourself down though. I see your team. You've edited it. I'm really excited to see what you're gonna do with your team.
Oh yeah. Especially against Eric. I'm looking forward to my match against Eric.
Oh yeah, oh yeah.
Yeah.
Another thing,
Go ahead. Go ahead.
Michael's team, like I said, his team is strong hitters, and he's all up in high and mighty because he beat William, you, and Tristan. Like I previously stated, you guys aren't really the best. You're currently bottom three on the ranking, and admittedly, I'm number four, but that's because I'm 1-3. I could be 2-3,
Mhm.
still in sixth place, but Michael just had easy battles. I've had hard battles.
No, for
I've
sure.
had so I don't like him coming at me like I'm some baby.
No, no, no. That's understandable. I think it's just uh the saying where you sharpen your sword with tough stuff first, and then like Michael has easy opponents, so his intellect hasn't been sharpened
His
as
sword
well.
is flaccid. His
Yeah,
his sword is flaccid. That's what I would describe it as.
yeah. That's a great description of uh how his Pokemon battles have been too. You know what? I won't talk bad about people. You can do that on your own. Um, just kind of talk me through about your strategy. So you kind of have a interesting lineup um for Pokemon to say the least. Just
I
talk to
do.
yeah, you do. What's the strategy? Like you don't have to out yourself, but like you have some pretty interesting strategies going on.
No, I think it's pretty safe to say that in my first couple battles and probably in future ones, I'm running a Trick Room team with Orthworm, Clodsire, Mudsdale, Greedent, Sunflora. They're all pretty slow Pokemon. They attack hard, but they're slow. And so having Slowking being, a Trick Roomer, that's honestly really useful. I did have Bronzong on the team before, but then I realized I don't need two Trick Roomers because, water is already like pretty good. And if I have an electric type, I got two ground types to counter it. And then a grass type, I've got steel types. It's whatever. And Clodsire.
Yeah.
So my my strategy is Trick Room. However, I've noticed and I've kind of copied or learned, not copied, learned from Eric that even though Trick Rooming is useful, you are going to need some fast Pokemon. So I've traded my Bronzong and Hippowdon for Paldean Tauros and Scyther. That's why you've never seen Hippowdon hit the field and only Bronzong once.
Yeah, and
Um,
it's good too when you have Trick Room done and you need like a quick Pokemon to go in and just knock out a Pokemon real quick. That's very smart.
exactly.
Very
And
smart. You thought it through. You thought it through. That's good.
so I think it's really really just swag my team. Another interesting niche about my team is Sunflora. I only bring Sunflora to fights that I am 90% sure I can win. So if you see Sunflora out on the field, I'm going to kick your ass.
Okay,
Um,
so so you're gonna bring Sunflora against me. So that's guaranteed. Is that what you're saying?
yes,
Oh, that's a bit
we will
insulting.
see. We will see the return of Sunflora.
Okay, but you're thinking you're gonna bring it against Michael?
Yes,
Wow, that's a bold
just
claim.
because, just because you know what he will get his teeth kicked in by Sunflora. It's gonna be a Sunflora sweep. Just wait. And I'm really hoping that he brings in his Pachirisu so that it could be a fair fight between the PUs.
Yeah, especially since Michael's team is the Green Bay Pachirisus. I think
Yep,
for sure he should bring out Pachirisu at least once,
at least once.
or at least at every single game he plays. Because that's what his team is.
You
Um,
need a mascot.
you need a mascot, and if you have a mascot, it has to be in every single game.
Yep.
Okay, talk to me about like you building your Pokemon. What's been like a fun Pokemon that you enjoy building? or just like a Pokemon that you
Um,
just love bringing?
Greedon. I love bringing Greedon. Even though I didn't bring him this last battle, I think Greedon is hilarious. Being a PU Pokemon and me bringing him 3 out of the 4 times, and going to be more times in the future, I think he's just hilarious. Eric kinda helped me with building him. I think the strategy's been revealed, but I'm just gonna not mention it for the sake of it might not have been. But let's just say he's a big boy. He's a big boy.
Mhm.
Um, Another Pokemon. This is more of a just I love this Pokemon, Mudsdale. Mudsdale is one of my favorite Gen 7 Pokemon, and its ability is just insane. With stamina, the
Oh, yes.
defense boost after every hit, it's so useful. And it helped a little bit in that one battle against Eric, I think. Or whoever used like a multi I think it was Eric with Icicle Spear. Mudsdale lived on 2 HP. I don't think he got another hit off. He might have, but it was useful.
Yeah. It's very
Um,
good too. Like if you have Mudstale and just max out its special defense, like its defense will rise on its own and it
yeah,
will be a tanky boy.
yeah. And finally, Orthworm. Here's the thing with Orthworm. My favorite thing about him is that people forget that he can only have the ability Earth Eater. Um, and so they go for the Earthquake, and I heal like a quarter of my health after getting hit. And I I must say, with the battles I have left, I wouldn't be surprised if it happened again.
Yeah, that I didn't even know that ability exists. So I'm gonna plan for that when I face off against you to say the least. So thanks
Yep.
for letting me know. I appreciate it. Uh
Hey, no problem, man.
Yeah, yeah. And just kind of going off of like building Pokemon, you've been giving some help to other people building Pokemon, and also making videos sharing insight on Pokemon battles. Have you been having fun doing that? Just kind of sharing your Pokemon knowledge to other players and also just like sharing your insight. Have you been having fun with that?
I have been a little fun. I've been having a little fun. However, what I'm not gonna have fun with is your and Jake's battle.
Why is
Um,
that?
well,
Oh, and actually,
if
don't spoil it. Don't spoil it. But it's a long battle, isn't it?
it's dull.
Dull. I
Moving
think
on.
okay,
Moving
we'll
on.
move on. We'll move on.
I think my videos. I don't think they help as much more than they provide entertainment. I do put in some advice in there from here or here and there, but I mostly make the videos for entertainment rather than education.
Mhm.
Um, and so whoa, and so I just like to have fun with them. I like to make them a little silly.
Yeah,
Um,
absolutely.
yeah,
I think, something that I noticed, and I could be wrong. It seems like you like to take like Pokemon battles that I battle in. Is that true? Am I wrong? Like I feel like you do all of
you
the
are wrong.
I'm wrong?
You're wrong.
I got
And it's actually that case for someone else. I love um taking over Williams battles.
oh, because of Ting
I
Lu?
love it. I hate Ting Lu.
Okay, just can you please okay, cause can you just explain your hate for Ting Lu?
Yes, I can. So back in week 1, Michael and Williams battle. Ting Lu absolutely choked for William. Ting Lu had Ruination, and he could have gotten most of Michael's Pokemon down to half health. However, he kept going for Earthquake and or Whirlwind. After Stealth Rock was set up, and don't get me wrong, Whirlwind and Stealth Rock is it's a pretty dangerous combo. But when you have Ruination that could go for the kill, it well not go for the kill, but bring it down to Earthquake range, and you don't use it, that's wasted potential for Ting Lu. And so ever since then, I hated Ting Lu. because my buddy William has been plagued with it.
You know, it sounds like it's user issue that you have a problem with, not the
No,
Pokemon.
no, it's the Pokemon's fault.
It's the Pokemon's fault. So
Yep.
you think William should trade out Ting is what you're saying?
Yes.
Interesting. That's an interesting take. I hope you won't get any backlash for that take, you know?
I won't.
You know, you actually have a lot of hot takes if I'm being honest. You're kind of one of our more
I
whatchamacallit,
don't care what they
controversial.
say. I don't care what they say. You can bring them out of here right now. I don't care what they say.
Uh, you know, you need to calm down a little bit, okay? You're being a bit too aggressive now.
I apologize.
It's you know what, that's okay. You know what? I want to cut this interview short because I don't want to make you too heated. But before we end, do you have any call outs you want to make to anybody at all?
Yes, I would like to shout out Tristan. Tristan, you can do better. And I'd like to call out Michael one last time. Michael, if you're watching this right now, I want you to know I am bringing only Sunflora and no one else. Prep for just Sunflora.
You know what? Hopefully the video is up in time so that Michael can see this. I have like 2 other videos I gotta upload. That's besides the point. But thank you
Okay.
so much for your time. I appreciate it. Uh, again, thank you once again for taking the time out of your busy day to have an interview with me.
No problem, Joshua.
Okay, this is Lounge Postings signing off.